Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil mursaleen. Amma ba'd. So the next in our series of the luminaries of pious elders of Deobandi school of thought is Hazrat Maulana Muhammad Qasim Nanautvi rahimahullah. Inshallah, we will be discussing with regards to his Ramadan in the coming videos as well. So it behoves that we speak about him as well, inshallah. Maulana Qasim Nanautvi, as we discussed in the previous lesson with regards to Hazrat Maulana Rashid Ahmad Gangohi rahimahullah, was his peer, his colleague. He was born in 1248 Hijri in Nanautvi, which is about 12 miles west of Saharanpur. As a child, he was an extremely intelligent and sharp individual, and at the same time he displayed exemplary ikhlaq. And no wonder he was chosen to be sent for religious education, and he completed his earlier education in Deoband. However, this was way before Deoband was known for its Islamic seminary, that is the Darul Ulum Deoband. He took tutelage under the younger son of Shah Muhaddith Dehelvi rahimahullah, whose name was Shah Abdul Ghani Dehlvi rahimahullah. And then he completed his Hadeeth course. Hadeeth courses, all his Hadeeth asbaq under Shah Abdul Ghani Dehlvi rahimahullah. After his completion, he undertook the work of making Tasheeh in the Bukhari Shareef kitabat of Maulana Ahmed Ali Sahanpuri rahimahullah. And at the same time, he was also engrossed with undertaking writing the books, and while he was in Meerath and Delhi, at the same time teaching some Darsi books along with it as well. It was also at this time that he taught the students like Maulana Mahmud Hassan Gangohi and Maulana Ahmed Hassan Amrohi and Maulana Faiz al Hasan Gangohi rahimahullah. It was also around this very time when he actually took a bay'ah under the hand of Haji Imdadullah Muhajir Makki rhimahumullah. We have spoken about him before, and inshallah we will have a separate clip with regards to him as well. And Haji Sahab used to say about him, such people used to exist in olden times, now there haven't been for ages. This is such a praise of coming from one's own sheikh about his student and his protege, that is an exemplary certificate in itself. Maulana's humility was such that when he would write the fatwa, he would dislike that he write his own name under there. This was despite the fact that he was a fierce debater, very intellectual individual, and a very solid researcher. Maulana also took part in the monumental freedom fighting against the colonial British at that time, along with the likes of Haji Imdadullah Muhajir Makki rahimahullah, as well as Maulana Rashid Ahmad Gangohi and Hafiz Amin Shaheed rahimahumullahu alayhim ajma'in. Once while recruiting Shah Muhaddith Dehelvi rahimahullah for the same freedom fighting, Sheikh Saab excused himself, saying that we are in minority and we do not have much resources. Maulana Nanautvi rahimahullah replied, are we more resourceless than the Ashab al-Badr? And this sent a piercing chill in the heart of the Sheikh Saab, and he proclaimed, no, I have had Shara Sadr now, meaning I am ready and I am willing to continue forward from here. After 1857, when the skirmishes, or when the battle of 1857 for the freedom fighting took place, the onslaught from the colonial British was heavily inclined towards the intellectual front, where they were trying to attack the iman of the people and trying to make them lose their iman by different ways of and methodologies. So in retaliation, Maulana Qasim Nanautvi Sahab rahimahullah went ahead and established and laid the foundation for Darul Ulum Deoband in 1867. The intent was to preserve the religion which was being targeted, while retaining the ghira of Iman amongst its students, so that when the time comes to face and stand up to the British again, there is going to be no holding back to them as well. The truth of his dream is evidenced from the history. that unfolded later on. Luminary leaders in religion as well as academia, as well as other fields of human life from this university, this Madrasa Dar Uloom Deoband, came out, the likes of whom are not found anywhere today. Some of his students included, and you will understand from these names, I mean these are more contemporary names to us, which are on another plane themselves. Sheikh al-Hind Maulana Ahmed Ali Sahanpuri Deobandi, Allama Anwar Shah Kashmiri rahimahullah, Allama Shabir Ahmad Usmani, Maulana Hussain Ahmad Madni, Maulana Ubaidullah Sindhi, Mufti Muhammad Shafi Osmani, who later on became the Mufti Azam of Pakistan as well, and Maulana Idris Kandhelvi Rahmahumullahu Alayhim Ajma'in. Maulana Nanautvi Rahmallah was known to have extreme muhabba for the Arab lands, especially the Hijaz, the Makkah and Medina al-Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam. And so much so that it is very well known about him that when he would go for Hajj, and when he would go into the alleys and the pathways where Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to say, he would not wear his shoes in those lands, and he would say that how can I walk in the land, how can I walk in the alleys where Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam walked? How can I walk with the shoes? It will be as a tantamount to disrespect to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in that manner. While he was known to have very easy language in comprehension and composure in writing and everything, but some of his works, when we start to look at them and we realize they are extremely difficult compositions. Penning down treatises like Ab Hayat is an exemplification of his high intellectual mind, which seems to be a relatively simple and a topic to handle, but when he discusses some of the concepts and some of the constructs within them, even well-grounded ulama have difficulty in addressing them as well. Some of other books that he has penned down includes like Taqreed al-Fazir, Tahzir al-Nas, which became very famous and gained a lot of fame among the ulama. It had quite a bit of retaliation as well, and Maulana Muhammad Qasim Nanautvi rahimahullah later on further written explanations and clarifications of those concepts as well. And other books like Tasfiyatul Aqaid and etc. They are very famous among the circles of those who are in know-how of the leaders of the Deoband school of thought. Hazrat passed away in 1297, which is roughly equal to 1870s or 1879 Gregorian calendar. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept him in Jannah. May Allah forgive him for any kind of shortcomings, and may Allah make him our ideal so that we can follow in the same footsteps as well. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayh. Jazakallahu. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.